You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. Sometimes, the most powerful moment in sports doesn't come from a trophy, but from a few quiet words spoken at the net. In 2019, the world watched a 15-year-old girl walk onto Arthur Ashe Stadium with nothing to lose, and everything to learn. She would lose the match. She would cry on national television. But what Naomi Osaka said to Coco Gauff in that moment would echo for years, and help shape a future Grand Slam champion. This isn't just a tennis story. This is a story about kindness, pressure, and a passing of the torch. In the summer of 2019, the tennis world didn't know it yet, but history was about to arrive. Coco Gauff was just 15 years old. Barely old enough to drive. Barely old enough to imagine what fame feels like. And yet, she walked onto Wimbledon's #1 court facing a woman she grew up watching. Venus Williams. 7-time Grand Slam champion. Olympic gold medalist. A living legend. Few believed what happened next. High voltage, the match that changed everything. Coco Gauff defeated Venus Williams 6-4, 6-4, no excuses. No luck. No fluke. She played fearless tennis in front of thousands. Millions watched around the world. Overnight, Coco Gauff became a household name. Globe showing Europe-Africa from unknown to global spotlight. With fame came pressure. Media attention exploded. Endorsements followed. Every move analyzed. Every expression dissected. For a teenager still figuring out who she was, the spotlight was unforgiving. But Coco kept winning. She kept smiling. She kept learning. And just months later, she arrived at the U.S. Open. Stadium, Arthur Ashe Stadium, the biggest stage. The U.S. Open isn't just a tournament. It's a spotlight. A test of nerves. A pressure cooker. By the third round, Coco Gauff faced another superstar. Naomi Osaka, world #1. Defending U.S. Open champion. Global icon. The matchup symbolized generations colliding. Tennis, the match result, but not the full story. The scoreboard read, Naomi Osaka def. Coco Gauff 6-3, 6-0 on paper. It looked one-sided. But anyone who watched knew. This wasn't a failure. This was a lesson. Coco fought. She tried. But nerves and experience favored Osaka. Handshake, the handshake that changed everything. As the match ended, Naomi Osaka walked to the net. No arrogance. No celebration. Just empathy. She hugged Coco. She spoke softly. Words that wouldn't be heard by the cameras, but would later be remembered forever. Crying face, Coco Gauff's emotional interview. Moments later, Coco stood on Arthur Ashe Stadium for her on-court interview. She was emotional. Tears filled her eyes. Her voice trembled. Then came the question, what did Naomi say to you at the net? Coco paused. She smiled through tears. Speech balloon, what Naomi Osaka said. Coco Gauff revealed Naomi Osaka's words. She told me I did amazing. 3 simple words. You did amazing. Not, you'll get there. Not, you'll be fine. But validation. From the world #1. From someone who understood the pressure. Why that moment mattered. Naomi Osaka knew something. She knew what it felt like to cry on this court. To be young under impossible expectations. To be watched by millions. Instead of celebrating herself, she lifted someone else. Bridge at night, a passing of the torch. That moment symbolized something deeper. Not rivalry. Not dominance. But respect. 2 champions at different stages. One offering reassurance. One receiving belief. Was tennis at its most human. Trophy. Fast forward. Coco Gauff's legacy. Years later, Coco Gauff is no longer a teenager in awe. She is a 2-time Grand Slam champion. A US Open champion. A French Open champion. A global role model. But that net conversation remains part of her foundation. Counterclockwise arrows button full circle moment. Now, when Coco comforts younger players, when she speaks about kindness on tour, you can trace it back to that night, moment where winning didn't matter most. Humanity did. Globe showing Europe-Africa Naomi Osaka's legacy of empathy. Naomi Osaka has always been different. She speaks openly about mental health, pressure, expectations. That night, she didn't just win a match. She shaped the sport's future. Brain, what this teaches us about greatness. Greatness isn't only about trophies, it's about how you treat others, what you leave behind, who you lift while standing on top. And that's why this moment still resonates today. In 2019, Coco Gauff lost a match, but she gained confidence, belief, confirmation. And Naomi Osaka reminded the world that champions can be kind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.